Wild Lake Northern presents Night of the Living Dead on November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, all starting at 7:30. Night of the Living Dead, the play version, is based off the George Romero film from 1968. And it tells the story of all these walks of life coming together when the Venus probe from Russia in space crashes to the ground and exposes radiation and turns all these people into what we know today as zombies. But back then, it was really the start of what the craze is today. I mean, we had the Jamaican tales, but for the most part, really, people didn't have a lot to work off of. And it's really about all walks of life coming together. How do they figure out to fight, and who can they trust? You have a man who's usually used to taking control and having to take a step back. You have hippies who are not at all violent and having to become violent so that way they can protect themselves and others. Those of you who are familiar with the film, the role of Ben is played by an African-American male. But we chose to take that character and change it into Benita, who is a woman. And we're still playing with the lines of equality, because with the original film it was black versus white, really, in the time of segregation. But also what we kind of forget is that there was a women's movement going on. So we have the character a woman, and really the character of Harry, we play with him really not being comfortable taking orders from a woman. Back in that society, people were kind of uncomfortable with that, a woman taking control and taking the reins of a situation. So rather than playing with race, we're playing with the gender. The things that I think that the kids are picking up with this show in particular are the fact that how human nature changes. We try to pride ourselves, certain individuals, on being respectful and being moral. But what truly happens when our lives are torn apart? We have to make quick decisions, life or death, literally within a matter of seconds. How do we change ourselves? We may think that we are wholesome people, but when the moment comes when we have to make crucial decisions, we change, whether we like to face it or not. So really, it's showing the children, all the depths and layers of true human capability. As we know, when the film originally came out, it took censorship by storm, and so you should know that there is viewer discretion advised. I wouldn't be bringing, your 6-year-old or even maybe your 11-year-old. It might be too much for them. It's more PG-13. And once again, the performance nights are November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at 7:30. You can get your tickets at the door or by calling our box office. And we hope to see you for Wild Lake Northern presenting Night of the Living Dead.